Hi friends, I'm Diana Neal. Welcome to Take Courage. Thank you so much for being on with me again today. I just want to talk about something I'm super passionate about. And I told you that I would jump on and that I would talk about the subject of exposing lies, finding the truth, and getting set free. And don't we all want freedom? We want healing, we want growth. Healing and growth and the journey of all of this, it's a lifelong journey. It's not just one time. There's moments in life where we need to walk out more healing. Things are surfacing. We see us responding a specific way. Things are coming up and we're like, okay, there's an issue here. I need to go after this and I need to get healing. There's other times in life where we're just soaring through, things are going good, and then all of a sudden something pops up by surprise and we're like, okay, there's something here. And so I love healing and growth. It's not always easy, but I'm passionate about it. I've had to walk through a lot of it, and I've gone after it. I love it. That's part of what Take Courage is about, being courageous and going after the things in our life intentionally that are going to bring freedom, that are going to allow us to step into our identity, step into the call that we were meant to step into. But we can't do that when we have limiting beliefs, when we have lies that we're believing, and we're walking out those lies and we don't have a clear view of ourselves and of our destiny. We have blocks at times, we have hindrances in our mindsets, and we're not even aware that they're there. And when you're able to begin to walk out the strategy with the Lord, you will begin to see things that you weren't even aware were there. So we have lies come in from early ages. And those lies can come through verbal things that were spoken to us, about us, things that we overheard. And we can buy those things as a child because we don't have those things, those tools and strategies, and the ability to process some of the harmful things that are said to us as children. And therefore we buy onto the lie and we live our lives out of that place of the wrong thought that we're thinking. That can even be nonverbal cues. Maybe as a child, you would go to your mom or your dad or somebody that you were very close to, and they would always push you away, or they wouldn't want to hug you or be affectionate with you, or they just seem very cold and distant from you. So we can begin to buy lies that we're not lovable, that we're not worthy, that we're not enough. There's a lot of lies that we can buy onto, and we don't even realize we're still carrying those things as adults. And it takes the Lord coming in, bringing the truth that will then set us free. And so I want to share my process, and my process does involve God. And so you may not be somebody that does that or even believes in God. And so I encourage you to stay on and listen. And if not, I respect that. But I want you to know today, if you are wanting to go after this process of healing and growth and freedom, I know you're going to benefit from it. So I encourage you to be courageous and go after it. And so the one thing I do want to say to you, though, is that there's never just one process, one end-all, be-all process. I've walked through counseling, I've walked through coaching, I've walked through deliverance, I've walked through inner healing. I've had radical encounters with God within seconds. Mindsets were changed. Things that I was in bondage to completely broke and were shifted, and I walked into a different identity, a different behavior, and a different mindset. So are all of those things possible and good? Yes, they are. But in different times and seasons, God will walk you into something possibly and have you learn it, and it's just another tool to help you walk out freedom. And so this is a tool, exposing the lies and getting the truth and walking out freedom. It's something that I was taught and I have used as a tool that I use all the time. When I'm going through a funk or I'm going through something in life, I stop and I ask God, what's going on, God? what lie am I believing right now? What is this? And he is faithful to speak. He's faithful to give us that truth that then brings the freedom into our lives. And so this is something that I did. I did this a whole summer one time when I was dealing with PTSD and triggers coming up from the past, and the anxiety and the breakdown and those things that I spoke of before that I went through. And the Lord was so faithful to bring me into this intimate time with him where I could go. I went to the park. I sat under this tree probably twice a week, and I would just journal and ask God, show me the lie. Show me another lie. And he was faithful, and then he would bring me the truth, and I literally began to walk different, think different, and I saw fear in the specific area break in my life immediately, and it was a beautiful thing. So I encourage you to go after it. Even a few months ago, I want to share something that's a vulnerable moment for me. A few months back, I was dealing with a lot of memories popping up of regrets and things that I didn't feel I handled the right way. And I was really bombarded. I would even say I was pretty tormented by it. And I'm like, God, I don't know what this is. So I literally tucked myself away, feeling very heavy and hopeless. And I said, Lord, what is happening in my life right now? What is the lie that I'm believing? And all of a sudden, in my spirit, that might be different language to you, I felt the Lord say, Diane, you're believing this lie that says you think you're something, but you're actually not. And it stopped me in my tracks. And I realized that all of these regrets that were coming up in my mind, they were causing me to believe, oh, wow, you're not qualified. You're not enough. That you don't actually have what it takes to fulfill the call on your life. And this was a thought that was bombarding me. I didn't even know that. And so the Lord exposed that lie to me in that moment. And I was very, very grateful for it because I didn't even know it was attached to me. I didn't even know that's what was happening. And I don't believe it was the enemy bringing up those regrets. I believe God was wanting me to deal with the thing that was going on. And I had to go back and make some of those situations right. And so I asked God, what is the truth? And he said, the truth is that you've been living under shame. And so he showed me a picture of me laying down on the ground, lifeless, hopeless. And he said, shame is suffocating you. He says that shame takes the brutally honest truth, it twists it, and then it suffocates the life out of you. And he said that's what this has been doing. You are buying this lie that because of your regrets, now you are disqualified. Now you have nothing to offer, and it's taking life and purpose out of you. And I was blown away by that. And then he showed me in the vision, it switched, and I had this brown paper bag that he gave me. And he said, breathe into it. Breathe life back into yourself. And so if you've seen somebody hyperventilating, they take a bag and they breathe to regulate their heart and their breathing pattern. And he said, breathe back into that. That thing that's been suffocating you, I want you to partner with me. Take back your life, take back control, and I want you to breathe back into it. I want you to grab onto this lie, take my truth that I'm giving you, that you are qualified, that you are worthy, that people make mistakes, but that mistake doesn't define you, and I want you to get up. I want you to get up and I want you to walk different now. And I'm going to give you strategy that's going to set you free. So he walked me through the strategy with each of these regrets that I needed to do because I needed to do my part that was going to bring freedom. And so I encourage you today that there is freedom available for you. And this might be a process, but what is the process? It's communion and intimacy with the Lord. It's just getting close with him and asking him in a loving way, Father, will you show me the lies that I'm believing, the wrong mindsets, the things that are stopping me? We talked about confrontation, in the group yesterday on the post, and people are saying, I don't confront because I'm scared. I don't confront because I'm in fear, or I don't want people to be mad at me. That is a lie. That's a lie that you are believing, that if you confront, if you come forward and you share something and you share feedback, or you need to go to somebody and share it, that if you do that, you're going to either be punished, you're going to be, someone's going to be mad at you, someone's maybe going to walk away from you, and someone's going to, disconnect from you. So you better be silent. You better stay silent. You better not be true to yourself. You better just be meek and walk in love. But instead, what's happening is you have a war in your mind. You have bondage going on inside, and you need to be free from that. And so these are different things. It doesn't matter the area, if it's confrontation, depression, anxiety, fear, shame. God can set you free, and he will. So the first thing that you're going to do is just ask God, what is the lie that I'm believing, Lord? What is the lie? He's going to show you in a picture, in a vision. He might speak something in the still small voice. He might bring up a memory, whatever it might be, and you're going to record that. Pen and paper, record it, sit on it, meditate, look at it, allow it to sink in. And then you're going to say, God, how do I get free? What is your truth? What is your truth that's going to set me free? And he's going to do the same thing. He's going to show you either a picture, he's going to speak something to you, and you will have an encounter with the Lord. Sometimes you'll start laughing right away. Sometimes you'll start crying. Sometimes peace will come over you, and it is a beautiful experience. And you'll record that too, because you'll have to go back to that truth. We get truth, but we got to walk out our truth. It's our responsibility to partner with truth and walk it out. So I want you friends to do this. Be courageous. Go after it. It's a beautiful process of asking God the lie, getting the truth, writing it down, and walking it out. So take courage, friends. I know you can do this. Go ahead, private message me if you need to. Even email me, takecourage3@gmail.com. And I'll go ahead. If you have any questions or anything that you want to give me feedback in, I would love it. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful night, and I hope you enjoyed this. Take care. Take courage.